SLA News 12 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Destiny Patterson. Thanks for watching our weekend edition of KSLA News 12. 3 people are recovering tonight after a shooting in downtown Shreveport this morning. It happened around 5:30 in the parking lot near the corner of Spring and Travis Streets. According to officers at the scene, it started out as an argument and then turned into a shooting. We talked to a nearby bar owner who says he's worried about all of this violence.
Upset, concerned, concerned for other people, confused a little bit of what happened and how it escalated to that level, and obviously concerned for not just safety of everyone, but also for the reputation of downtown.
All 3 of the victims' injuries are considered non-life-threatening. Now we're going to send it over to our first alert meteorologist, Grant Roberts. And Grant, I understand that heat and humidity is going to be the trend for a while.
Well, you understand correctly, Destiny. It's definitely going to be hot and humid out there for the next several days, especially as we go through next week. But starting on Sunday, things are going to be heating up. Right now, temperature is 84 in Texarkana, Queen, 85 in Marshall. We're just at 90 in Shreveport. It's starting to cool down, though, 87 currently, and we're at 86 currently in Natchitoches. This is what it feels like, 89 in Shreveport and Natchitoches, 87 Minden, 85 Texarkana, Center at 88, so slightly warmer than the way it is with the thermometer. Left first low Doppler over in Florida. We've been watching the tropics, and we had potential tropical cyclone 1 move its way over. Now it's exit off to the east and will continue to go off to the east. May still develop into a named storm, but at this point it's becoming basically nothing to where it's not going to be impacting us at all. Now back here in the ArkLaTex, only dealing with a few clouds but no rain, and we can see some of those clouds from a KSLA tower cam. Otherwise, we're looking nice and dry and good to go. Over the next 12 hours, no chance of rain essentially, and temperatures cooling on down to the 70s. Back in a few moments, I'll have details about your Sunday as well as those hot temperatures ahead in your first look forecast.
In Phoenix, Arizona, police investigating an early Saturday morning shooting that left 9 people shot, one of those dead.
There was a large gathering of people at the strip mall, somewhere possibly near 100 people, some sort of a party there at the strip mall.
To the southeast in Houston, Texas, police say at least 3 people shot Saturday morning after a suspect opened fire from a U-Haul truck outside of a nightclub. A woman and 2 men ranging in age from 32 to 50 transported from the scene after 4 a.m. In the Midwest, Omaha, Nebraska police are investigating a shooting from Friday night. Authorities there say at least 1 person is dead and 3 others injured from gunshot wounds. And in Chesterfield, Virginia, just south of the capital city, Richmond, 1 person is dead and 5 more injured after a Friday night shooting. Police say more than 50 shots were fired.
I have a 4th grader that was in the room next door that's terrified.
And in Uvalde, Texas, a traumatized community reeling from the 21 lives lost after a gunman entered Robb Elementary School a week and a half ago. Parents demanding answers from the school board.
My niece died. I have a 6-year-old that just told me, I don't want to go to school. Why? To be shot? We want answers to where the security is going to take place.
I'm Cole Higgins reporting.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced the full House will vote next week on a wide-ranging package of gun control legislation. It's called the Protecting Our Kids Act. This comes as lawmakers face intense pressure to act in the wake of recent mass shootings. President Biden was quickly evacuated to a Delaware fire station after an airspace scare today. According to the Secret Service, a privately owned plane entered restricted airspace, and that caused the Secret Service to move both the president and First Lady to the fire station. The Bidens stayed in their SUV inside of the station for 37 minutes before being escorted home. The United Secret Service will be interviewing the pilot about his flight. Some good news this Saturday for parents whose children only drink special formula. Store shelves are expected to be stocked by June 20th. That's according to Abbott, the company that makes formula. Abbott says its specialty formula production has restarted at its Michigan plant. That's the plant that was closed by the FDA after they found bacteria that can be deadly to infants. The company says it's producing formula for babies who can't tolerate other formulas right now, and then they'll move on to regular formula.
Never in a million years would I think that that it would end up like this, that, you know, someone would commit a crime, you know, this heinous crime, and be able just to walk off.
That was 41-year-old Darcy Bass. And just months ago, after that man convicted of killing her daughter in East Texas, Livy Lewis, bolted during his own trial. Convicted murderer Matthew Edgar hasn't been seen since. But now it's Darcy Bass facing serious charges. She's accused of trying to hit officers with her car while helping a wanted man escape. We're told that happened earlier this week near Zwally in Sabine Parish. Deputies say they tried to pull over a vehicle with Bass and 27-year-old Chris Malmay inside. Malmay is wanted for skipping out on charges on a previous police pursuit and drugs. Law enforcement tell us that Malmay jumped out and took off running, and then Bass tried to run over an officer. She's now charged with assault with a vehicle on an officer, and deputies say Malmay is still on the run. Now, the search for Matthew Edgar is still ongoing, but there have been no reported sightings since he left court midway through his murder trial in Hemp Hill earlier this year. Lewis's family was already upset over his release on such a low bond, and it's believed once he saw the trial wasn't working out in his favor, he didn't come back. So if you have any information on where Edgar may be, make sure that you call 911. Another large part of the Confederate monument in front of the Caddo Parish Courthouse came down. This is video showing crews taking down the statue of a Confederate soldier on top of that monument. Thursday, contractors removed the 4 heads surrounding the statue. And in March, the commission signed a contract to move the monument to a new location in DeSoto Parish. The contractor must have it removed by the end of the year. Now, you can stay up to date on the top stories happening around the ArkLaTex through our News 12 app. It's free to download, and we'll send you the first alert to any breaking or developing news throughout the day. It was just last month that the Shreveport City Council declared June as LGBTQ+ Pride Month in Shreveport. And today, people came together at AC Steer Park for Field Gay 2022 to recognize Pride Month. People played games like tug of war and capture the flag to compete for the winning title. And we spoke with a vendor at the event who says Pride Month is necessary for everyone to feel important.
You get a lot of them that you give them a hug and they cry because they have parents that aren't supportive. They are hiding. They can't come out to people at work. You know, there's just so many people need hugs and support and love, and we try to be there to help when we can.
That event was put on by Shreve Pride.
Well, the temperatures are heating on up. I'll let you know how warm they are going to be, plus with the humidity right after this break.
Now, temperatures aren't the only thing rising. Energy bills will soon be higher too. The reason behind those increases when we get back.